Now it begins.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's TheGamingSofa here, bringing you some Halo 4 gameplay, discussing the Xbox One event that occurred. And of course, this is the topic that's on everyone's mind at the moment. Everyone's, anyone in the gaming community is talking about the Xbox One. It's a big deal as of now. So I'm gonna be expressing my opinion in this gameplay video, and of course I feel obliged to really make comparisons towards the PS4. So that is gonna be here, but mainly I am going to be discussing the Xbox One sold. So, the Xbox One event. Now, they didn't go too in-depth with games, they're saving that for E3, but they did mention that they were going to have 15 exclusives in the very first year that Xbox One is released, and 8 of them were going to be 8 of them were going to be completely new franchises, which is perfect. That's what I want, because one of my complaints about the Xbox 360 in its current state is the fact that it doesn't have nearly as many exclusives as the PC has, or the PlayStation 3 has. It's really trailing behind on exclusives. So I'm really happy that it's addressing that, and it's going to have a plethora of new exclusives in the very first year that it's out. That's fantastic. So basically what the event was, mainly it just showed the features, what the Xbox One can do. So what can it do? Well, from what they showed at the very beginning, they started showing, basically how they wanted to make the Xbox One the center of your living room. They wanted it to be your home entertainment system. And what they did to kind of really sell you on this is that they started showing you how you can basically immediately switch between playing a video game and then just going to watch TV with immediacy. And basically, and the Kinect is going to be required for this. The Kinect is going to be mandatory for the next Xbox. So, and basically, you're just going to be able to tell your Xbox, watch TV, and it'll immediately take you to TV, or watch a movie, and it'll immediately take you to the previous movie that you were watching, or play a game, and it'll take you there, or go to the home screen. You basically just tell it what you want it to do, and it'll do that. It'll go to the page that you want it to go. And what's really cool is that it really kind of takes over your cable network as well. You'll tell it to go to the guide. It'll go to the guide, and it'll have all the TV shows that are happening in your local area and whatnot. And you can basically you can tell it to search your favorite channels. You can tell it to do this, do that, and it'll do it. And that's what's really cool. You can really see that it really wants to be the center of your living room. It does want to be, and that's what it's stretching for. It's not really focusing as much on games. It's really going for the center of your living room kind of deal, which I really hope they don't overdo it with them trying to be the center of the living room. I hope they really keep it contained and keep a good balance between video games and and other entertainment media. So I hope they do keep a good balance between that. I hope they don't overdo it and really just start to disregard the video game section, because that's what it mainly should be about. So hopefully they'll really keep the video game section, in good thought, and they don't really disregard it. So what else did they have? What other features did they have? They really also started talking about, they're really integrating the smart glass more into the system. You can now, basically do, I forgot what it was called. I think it was something screen or something like that. But basically, one would be able to, let's say you'd be able to watch a movie. You're watching a movie, Star Trek, and then you think to yourself, okay, I wanna know more about Star Trek Into Darkness. I wanna get tickets. You can have, on the right, a small little screen will come out, and then you could, maneuver with that screen, and you're still watching the movie at the same time. So basically, it's doing two things at once. You can do two things at once on there, and that's basically what they're going for. They're going for ease of use, and doing a lot of things with ease of use. That's what they're going for, it seems like. And the features seem pretty cool. They don't show many features, as one would assume, with it trying to be the center of the living room, but they did show enough to get my curiosity. Right now, I'm very curious about what the Xbox can do, and I'm very excited about E3. And regardless, I'm already sold. From what I've seen, I'm sold enough on wanting to get the next Xbox, to be honest. But yeah, now as far as what can the Xbox handle, they didn't say any of the specs. The only thing they said was that the next Xbox was that it had an 8 GB RAM. They said it had an 8 GB RAM. They didn't say what kind of RAM. Like the PS4 is going to have a GDDR5 RAM, which is one of the fastest RAMs out there. And right now, they only said that it has an 8 GB of RAM, so no one knows what kind of RAM it's going to have. Some people are speculating that because they didn't say what kind of RAM it is, it's probably going to be a GDDR3 RAM, which is significantly lower than that of a PS4. But who knows? And then it's also going to have an 8-core CPU, a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which 500 gigabytes is not, it's not a lot, to far from what the Xbox One is doing. I'm guessing it's not going to be enough. Hopefully they'll make some models with more memory. And then also it's going to have a Blu-ray drive, which is basically what it has. It's a given. It needs a Blu-ray drive. And the Xbox 360 did not have a Blu-ray drive, and because of it, it was forced to have 3 discs, like for LA Noire, and then 3 discs for Rage, and then 2 discs for Mass Effect 3. While PS3, because it used the Blu-ray drive, it could just have it all on one disc. So good for them. They're having a Blu-ray drive. It's gonna have HDMI in and out ports, a USB 3.0, 8.0.11 and wireless, and more. It's gonna have a lot of stuff, and I'm reading this off of IGN, by the way. So as far, and they didn't talk about the specs. They didn't talk about what it can handle, what it is. So I don't know. Hopefully this really isn't too bad of a thing. Usually when they do this kind of, when they don't mention this sort of thing, it's because it's lower than their opponents. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's on par or even better than that. They also started talking about a new Halo TV series that will be coming up, that's being directed by Steven Spielberg, which is fantastic. He's a great director. Hopefully he'll be able to make the best out of a Halo TV show, which I believe he was initially supposed to direct the Halo movie that never happened. So apparently now he's doing the TV show. And what else? And of course, EA made an appearance at the Xbox event, which angered me, because if you know me, I don't like EA very much. They're kind of assholes, and they were recently voted the #1 worst company in the world. And alright, so basically what happened with EA being on there, they basically started talking about how their games were going to be the best on the Xbox because of the smart glass, because of the Kinect, and because of all these features that Xbox One is going to have. But that's not what angered me. What angered me was that basically Ultimate Team in FIFA, in the FIFA games, Ultimate Team is what most people play the most on FIFA games these days, or at least that's what I play the most on. I played my FIFA games on the PS3 because I've been playing FIFA ever since the PS2, ever since FIFA 2005, I think, or 6. And I've grown accustomed to the PS3 controller. And it turns out now that FIFA Ultimate Team on FIFA 14 is going to be an Xbox exclusive. It's only going to be on the Xbox One, and that really pisses me the hell off, because that's the main thing I play on, and I play on PlayStation products. And it really annoys me, because that's a huge component. That's a huge game mode in FIFA 14, and that they're basically just yanking it away from everything else. And that, I think that's just really stupid. I think that's a really selfish move. I don't know how much Xbox paid FIFA to really get that, but it really angers me, because for the people that play on the Wii U, or for the people that are going to be playing on the PS4, they're paying the same amount of money, and they're getting a big chunk taken out of the game. And that just really it sucks, because I'm gonna have to get it on the Xbox One, and I'm gonna have to grow accustomed to the controller. That's gonna be a disturbance for me, and that really angered me, because I don't understand why it was such a big deal for Microsoft to actually get that component into as an Xbox exclusive. I don't know. I hope I heard wrong. I hope I did hear wrong, but I looked it up, and apparently I didn't hear it wrong. So good God. Good God on that one. But yeah, so yeah, EA was there. They were talking about how their sports games were going to be the best on the Xbox One, which I don't doubt it. And what else happened? And it's basically the majority of it. They didn't really speak about it much. I'll definitely go more in depth on a podcast that we will have eventually. Probably Friday we'll have a podcast on it. A Friday, not sure if this Friday or next Friday, but we'll definitely have a podcast going on that. PS4 versus Xbox One, comparing the two. And I'm trying to think of something else that they spoke about, but I can't think of anything at the top of my mind. It's being called Xbox One. Everybody thought it was going to be Durango or anything. I was hoping for an Xbox 720, but apparently not. It's Xbox One. I'm fine with Xbox One. But yeah, it's trying to be the center of the living room, and it seems to be doing a good job at that. They showed some really cool features. They didn't talk much about games. They'll go more in depth with that at E3. They apparently got some good games going on, and then a new TV series. Now, as far as I go, where am I going with PS4 or Xbox? As far as right now goes, I'm more lenient towards the PS4, because they did talk about the specs. They talked more about the game, and I'm more interested in the features shown in the PS4 than I am in the features on the Xbox 720 or the Xbox One. I'm sorry. So as of now, I am more lenient towards PS4, but again, they didn't explain enough for me to make a valid decision on this. of the Xbox One versus the PlayStation 4. So once they start showing off more information at E3 for both consoles, I'll probably make a video giving my full blown decision on what I prefer, the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. Regardless, I'm gonna get both. I can't live without one console. I always feel like I'm being left out. So I'm gonna get both, of course. But as of now, I am looking more into the PS4 than the Xbox One. It impressed me more. But that's about it, guys. Again, the Xbox One event was pretty cool. A lot of people are complaining about it. I don't know. I actually really liked the event. Although I think they did overdo it with the sports. I think they did talk too much about sports there. I really hope that instead of that, they would have just focused on more features of the Xbox One. But regardless, it was a good event. I enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And write down in the comments below, what do you prefer, the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4? It's a good debate going on right now. So, thanks for watching. Again, like, comment, subscribe. See ya.